Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Touchline Facts. First and foremost, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are new. And I'm joined by a panelist today for a live show, joined by Shells. What you saying, bro?
Yeah, big up, man. Thanks for having me. First time on here. Make sure you smash the likes, people, innit?
Yeah, come on, get 20 like minimum, people. That's the like goal. Let's try and hit 1,180 subs. But listen, I'm discussing Man United. Obviously, got the news from Sesko, or from all should I say, on Sesko, and from a lot of journalists, to be fair. So yeah, just make sure you're hitting the like button. It's gonna be a good show, man. So first of all, we'll just ask you the question.
No. We're asking you the question, Touchline.
But everyone knows what I think about Sesko. I don't like him. I don't rate him. What would you rate him? I don't think he suits us. I don't think he's good enough. I think he's more of a project than proven. He's not, he hasn't even got good numbers in the Bundesliga, which for me is the worst league when it comes to attackers, because like when you look at the Bundesliga attackers, how many of them have come over to the Premier League and flopped? You know what I'm saying? Timo Werner was banging goals in that league. You know what I'm saying? And he came to the Premier League and we saw how average he was. So, like, for me, I don't like him. I don't rate him. There's things about him that are good. He's athletically, he's very good. He's got a very good athleticism. He's ball striking. One thing about him that you need in a striker is he's very both-footed. He can score with both feet. He's very good finishing, very good ball striking with both feet, which is a good attribute to have. It's much easier for a striker to score goals if they're good on both feet. You know what I'm saying? And aerially, he's got a very good leap on him. He's a very good athlete, but Man United need a striker that's a facilitator, one that can hold up the ball, link up play. That Mbeumo and Cunha could play off. Bruno as well, because Bruno likes to make runs in behind. Whereas Sesko is not that. He can't hold up. He isn't, he's not got great touch, not got great control. I saw a few clips of him, I've seen him nutmeg a few players and stuff like that. It's easy to make a player look good in clips. I've watched him at the Euros to know he's not that type of player. He's not got that good link-up play. But listen, what are you saying then? Who would you want? Watkins or that's Watkins or Sesko is the two that we're mainly linked with. Watkins or Sesko? Because if bear in mind, by the way, if Sesko goes to Man United, there's a good chance Watkins goes Newcastle.
Or he just stays. Do you know what I mean? Because it looks like Villa are playing hardball with his price. I'm with you, innit? I prefer Watkins, just because I feel like.
Wait, hold on, what? Sorry, bro. Fabrizio Leipzig won. No way.
No way.
There's no way. Oh yeah, I just got added in the chat by Kaz.
Wait, brother.
Oh my days. Oh my days. Yeah, it's true. Look, Kaz put it in the chat. Oh my days. Rasmus Hojlund is a dream target. Yo, what the? Rasmus Hojlund is a dream target for RB Leipzig. Manchester United are showing Leipzig opportunity to include a player in a deal for Benjamin Sesko. Oh my days.
Now we're talking.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let's go on his Twitter. Let's see what he's saying on his Twitter. I ain't seen nothing. I can't find anything about it. Maybe he literally just released it. It's on United exclusive. Oh, it's on his YouTube. All right, cool. Let's type up United exclusive. One sec. Let's go type up United exclusive and then find it. What the fuck? No way. There's no way, bro. There's no way. Look. Yeah, this one. Look, this is what it's saying. This is the tweet.
Go on.
We'll get this one. Breaking. Manchester United are offering Leipzig the opportunity to include a player in a deal for Benjamin Sesko. Rasmus Hojlund is a dream target for RB Leipzig. Oh my God. All right, listen. Sesko. I'm sorry, mate. Listen. Welcome to Man United. Listen, I've always wanted him. Do you get what I'm saying? I always thought we needed an Eastern European striker up top. Do you get what that's mental. I can't lie. That's what I said about Jackson. Jackson with Garnacho. If Chelsea were to buy Garnacho, I'd buy Jackson. Just because I wouldn't get rid of him.
Do you know on the point of Jackson, yeah, I swear I don't feel like the way people have been talking at him like he's some scrub. He's not a scrub. I swear Jackson's not a scrub. He would actually, it's crazy to say, he'd actually complement United's
Yeah, he would. He's a link-up player. He's a link-up player.
But listen, if Sesko comes in, it means Hojlund's going the other way, bro. I'm biting your hand off. I don't care about the whatever. Just bring me Sesko if that means Hojlund's going another way. I don't want to see Hojlund next season. Sesko is 100% better than Hojlund. That's one thing I'd say. And you know, you asked me before about who I prefer, innit? With like the Watkins and stuff. I prefer Watkins, but then also I understand why Ineos are going for this player, and because he fits the module better in terms of bringing in someone young, resale value, and so and so. And if you look at the other clubs that have bought in players and have been going through the transition period, their thing was like buying 23 and up. Do you get what I'm saying? No, like 30-year-olds. So I do understand why Ineos are going for him. I'm with you though. I just don't think he complements the our front two as much as Watkins does, because his link-up play isn't great, like you said. When people say he's a project, I will kind of decline that in a sense where he's been playing football at the highest level now for 2 seasons. Sorry. He's been in the Bundesliga twice and obviously played in the Austrian Bundesliga. Prior that to Hojlund, he played 1 season Serie A and scored 9 goals. So there's a difference in terms of, yeah, it's a project, but it's a bit more advanced.
I agree with that. He's more established than Hojlund was.
Yeah, facts. But this is crazy, bro. Man said
that's mental. I didn't expect that. I'm
even doing a video on it after this, but now obviously man's gonna include this with Hojlund going the other way. So yeah,
that's
crazy.
Mental, bro. No, I can't believe that.
That's crazy. Yeah, I get it. I guess he does, but I feel like there must be some legs to this. Do you know what I mean? It makes sense. It kind of makes sense if you deep it. That Hojlund, they possibly want Hojlund if they're getting rid of Sesko. Do you know what I mean? Touchline.
Bro, like, how a dream target? What? That can't. Nah. How? How is he a dream target of all players? Bro.
I don't tell you, but there's not much strikers out there.
So realistically, right? They want 8. We want 8. Well, we want £40 million for Rasmus, right? So imagine we could get Sesko for £40 million. I'd take that, because then imagine we get a Sesko and a Watkins. We could probably get both. I would take that. You know, you know what I said? I said the only way I'll take Sesko is if we sold Rasmus and bought Sesko for £40 million. That's what I said. If we sold Rasmus and bought Sesko, but this is trading Rasmus. I mean, if Rasmus is in a player deal, then yeah, £40 million I reckon would do it. Probably even cheaper, maybe 35 million or something like that. And he won't be on that much wages. He'll be on about 120k.
Yeah, because I heard he's got a gentleman agreement with like clubs he thinks are the dream, basically, and apparently we're one of them. So if you put Hojlund in there, you're looking at what, 40, 35 mil. I don't see the Watkins coming in as well. I think surely then we have to divert to midfield. I think Sesko and Xerxes is a decent line to go with, and then you got one guy that does the link-up play and one guy that's more of a finisher and likes to be on the end of things. So I think there's a good balance there, innit? I'd much rather that than see Hojlund. 100%.
Yeah, I'd rather anyone than see Hojlund. To be fair, I think Ahmad will do well with Sesko. A player like, you remember the Rashford goal against Everton, the second one?
Yeah.
The one where Ahmad sort of drifts inside and then plays a little bit that. Something like that. That would be good for Sesko. You've seen Sesko and Channel just rifle the ball, bro. There's going to be a goal where he scores this season where if he joins us, where he just smashes it and rifles on it.
Do you know, Burma, I know it won't. I think Watkins will be a better player for Burma, but Burma is very good cross of the ball. People forget this, you know. Burma is a very good cross of the ball. So if you got Sesko on the end of things, I know it might not be as fluid in play as with Watkins, but bro, this guy can leap. You get me? He's got mad athleticism. I wouldn't mind seeing my striker scoring a couple of headers. We ain't seen some headers since what? Cavani in that.
Ronaldo.
Do you know what I mean? Ronaldo, Cavani, there you go. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. It's not my first choice, but it's way better than Hojlund. Way better. And he's more established than Hojlund. So I think, yeah, we'll see.
You would, so Alan, you would prefer Watkins over Sesko?
Yeah, I prefer Watkins over Sesko, but also I understand why Ineos are choosing to go to Sesko, innit? So it's not a thing for me where it's like, oh my gosh, you're not getting Watkins. Obviously, this is if you look at what Ineos have been doing, this kind of fits the module. He's not Prem proven or whatever, and he hasn't played in the Prem, but it's more so of the fact that we're signing someone young, opposed to a 30-year-old, innit? But then again, we signed Van Persie when he was 29, and he won us the league. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Watkins ain't Van Persie.
Yeah,
Van Persie Watkins is a good striker, very good striker. Double he gets in the league. But,
yeah.
Van Persie was just.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying
Watkins
is on Van Persie's level. I'm just saying in terms of the context of that, they're both 29 in it. But also when you get into the factor that when we signed Van Persie, we was competing for shit. Do you know what I mean? We're 15th, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got a huge step to make up, but I'll take this touchdown, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. This means getting rid of Rasmus.
I agree. Same with the Garnacho one. If signing a Jackson would have meant getting rid of Garnacho to Chelsea, I would have probably took it because it would have benefited us more potentially because we would have made more money off the sale of Garnacho. I actually can probably see us potentially saying to Leipzig, doing like it's a swap deal, but it's an FFP swap deal. You know how Chelsea did it with Felix when they sold Gallagher and then they bought Felix, so it helped them, but they could have just done a swap deal, but they were going to buy that Samu guy and then they changed to Felix last minute, and now they've ended up flipping Felix and making more money on him. Crazy. So we could probably potentially say to them, look, we'll pay 70 million euros or whatever for Sesko, and you pay 40 million for Rasmus, and it helps us both FFP. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe potentially do that. I don't know. RB Leipzig will link with Samu to replace Sesko. Man, this is crazy. I did not expect this. Sesko might end up like another Hojlund. That price tag is ridiculous. Just go for a cheaper option. Watkins is Premier League proven too. I agree. But I think he's better than Rasmus. I think that's one thing I think anyone could agree with. He's more talented than Rasmus and he's more established than Rasmus.
Yeah,
plus, Rasmus Hojlund was actually supposed to cost 40 million until Ten Hag's agency stepped in. And then it bumped his price up by 30 million. Yeah, it's one of the deals of the window, bro. That's crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? It's crazy. We're rebuilding with Watkins. Doesn't make sense. The team isn't ready to move. Yeah, but like we're rebuilding. I do understand that sort of point. We are rebuilding, and you know, Watkins is 29. We're not going to win the league now. I understand that, but Watkins could, if Watkins comes next season, it joins Man United, and he slaps and he gets us top 5, and we get UCL. Right, it furthers our project by a year. If we get UCL next season, we get an extra 80 million to spend on transfers. You get what I'm saying? We get you know what I mean? So it's like,
I agree with that point as well, in the sense where you see with Watkins, it's like people have been mentioning his age and stuff, but it's like, bro, if you get him for 50 million, let's say, and he gives us 3 seasons, and then obviously because of his age, you can go and sign another project striker anyway. So I'm looking at it both ways. Like either or, it don't matter to me. When people say he's got no resale value, it doesn't matter. Certain players don't have to have a resale value. If he comes in and gets us top 5, blah blah blah, and then in 2 years' time we sign another striker, so be it. You know what I mean? We just need to get back in the European places because you see how much money now that does for us. You know what I mean? We're broke. So
we could still flog him to a Premier League team for 30 million. Chris Wood went for 30 million from Burnley to Newcastle when he was like 30 something. So you can still flog him, bro. You can still end up flogging him when he's 32. But yeah, I agree, man. Listen, I personally prefer Mateta or Watkins to Sesko. But if Sesko joining Man, maybe that is what is potentially swayed it. That we can get rid of Rasmus and sign a striker. That sort of helps them, and then they could use that to benefit, which then could let, as I say, long term and FFP reasons, could help us get a goalkeeper or potentially a star midfielder in, which would be benefit. If you said to me, you take Watkins and Lemons, or you get Watkins, Martinez, and a midfielder, I'd take Sesko, Martinez, and a midfielder. I'd probably take Sesko, Martinez, and a midfielder because overall our team's a better team. But listen, it's I can't believe that. That's crazy.
It's like the whole
mood. That's too good to be good. True, bro. You know, Kaz is gassed. He just added us all in the group chat. You know, he was gassed when he saw that.
Yeah, I saw that straight away, man. But you know, bro, this is what we've been crying out for, innit? We've been crying out for some outgoings. Yeah? If we manage to get Garnacho at the door now, and then there's Hojlund at the door as well, Rashford's gone, bro. All of a sudden now, it just bodes well. Do you know what I mean? There's outgoings. It looks better on paper.
What would the midfielder you want? What's the midfielder that you want?
Realistic or dream?
Just dream, bro. Because I reckon next summer we'll get a dream midfielder. We'll get a big one.
Yeah. So next season I want Belabor, innit? I just feel like United are struggling so much in terms of our physicality in the midfield, yeah. And I think he addresses those issues straight away. So in terms of dream signing, even on the ball, people don't realize how good Belabor is on the ball as well. He's very pressed. He's a good short passer, and he's got a shot in him. There's still ways for him to.
He strikes the ball really well, you know. Strikes the ball really well. Can I just ask you, right?
Go on.
I don't know how old he is. I know he's got £100 million release clause. I have no idea when it gets, if you know what month it is that it gets triggered. Bruno Guimaraes, if we could buy him, would you buy him? 100 million.
Of course. Bruno Guimaraes is a baller, bro. And do you know what? I like about him as well? He's a leader. He's a proper shithouse. He's a leader.
Embraces it. I reckon he's one of them players that will go for another 4 or 5 years at the top level. I know he's Brazilian, and Brazilians usually fall off when they get 30, but I reckon he'll try. I reckon he could be good till 40, 33, 30.
Bruno Guimaraes is
27. Young. You think he's 28 this season? I could be wrong.
What? Straight on.
Yeah. He joined Newcastle when he was 25.
Right.
Bruno Guimaraes. When is his birthday?
November. So he's 28 this year.
Yeah, he's 28 this year.
See the chat, Douglas Luiz. That's my realistic signing. So my dream signing is Belabor, and Douglas Luiz is my realistic.
I think Edison's the one that if we could get, we would get him. I think that's the one that's the one we've been strongly linked with. Like actual credible reports have come out and said we want Edison from Atlanta. I personally prefer Belabor, as you say, or Bruno. Bruno G's the dream one. Like that one's a dream one. I know he's getting a bit older. Like I say, 28 is, and you're spending 100 million on a 28-year-old. I've been mocking Bayern Munich for spending 70 million on Luis Diaz, who's 28. You know what I mean? So, but I do get that. But I think Bruno.
I agree with you. That deal's crazy. Don't know how Liverpool 70 mil, bro.
Yeah, because Bruno G, I think will have a bit more longevity, and also he is more. We desperately need Bruno Guimaraes in that, like Bruno Guimaraes type midfield in that. If we had a Bruno Guimaraes type in that midfield this season, yeah, no one is laughing at us. No one is laughing at us because our midfield is more balanced. Because he could play with everyone. He could play with Ugarte, Casemiro. He could play with Mainu. He could play with Bruno. Anyone next to him in that pivot, and he'll cook with them. So Angel is still up, but I think we need an all action midfielder, which I'm guessing you agree with too, because Belabor's a bit more all action, a bit more box to box.
That's why Andrew Stiller, I take him as well. I take the Whartons of the world, but I just feel with United and with having Bruno in the team, we really need a physical monster. Do you know what I mean? A guy that's not going to get pushed around, a guy that's good on the ball. But again, I keep going back to the physical aspect. We've improved that up front with Cunha and Burmo, possibly Sesko now. I feel like our wing backs are quick. And Dogu, he looks really good. He's looks like he's progressed a lot over the summer. Been working hard. Our centre backs, again, we've got Heaven, Euro, Delete. That's not bad physically, but it's the middle of the park where we're really missing a physical specimen. So, bro, give me a Belabor, man. Honestly, we need that.
Is this true? So I always sort of thought that though, that we didn't need to sell. We didn't need to sell to sign. I always thought we were doing the broke gimmick. We've done the broke gimmick last summer as well, and then we ended up doing 200 million in the summer.
My bad.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Simon Stone, I've heard the name. I don't know if he's credible or not. Oh yeah, I always insist that I don't know that guys now. So they don't sell players to make more signings. Hopefully, we do sell players though, because I do want a top midfielder. Listen, big up to Kingsbury. I ain't seen you in a while. I don't know how Sesko works with Cunha and Brett. That's what I'm saying. That's my main thing. Because I do think he can score. I think if you put him in Man City, he can bag 20 goals. I think he's got attributes there to bag 20 goals comfortably. But I just don't know if he's beneficial to our other players. You look at a lot of Mbeumo's goals for Brentford. A lot of them are 1-2s with Visa and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind getting Visa, by the way. 40 million for Visa. Got 20 goals in the league last season. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting him. But Sesko. I don't know. Listen, what would you rate Sesko out of 10 if we signed him? And factor in the price, the wage, and Rasmus potentially going to RB Leipzig now as well.
Just because Rasmus is potentially going, is you got to score it higher there, surely. I'm saying, you know what? I'm not gonna overgas it because he hasn't been my first choice or my second or my third. So I'd go, if it means Rasmus going the other way, I'll give it a say 7 out of 10. If I'm honest with you. I can't score more than that, you know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna sit and act like I've watched Benjamin Sesko every single day of the week. You know what I mean? But going off the his stats and his profile, it's good, and there's potential for him to grow and obviously become a top class striker. However, again, I just feel like there's other strikers out there, i.e. Watkins, Marteta, that will probably benefit our front line better with Cunha and Birmingham. And big up Tyrell, big up Wesley as well, man.
Shells, Glock 9 broke the 48 shirt sales. Yeah, he did. But what Arsenal don't tell you when they posted that out on the thing is that they were giving out free printing, so you could buy the shirt, but you'd get the name on the player on the back free. So yeah, he broke the shirt sales. But do you reckon Sesko, Rasmus, Xerxes combined can do that? Well, Wesley, I know you're late to the show, mate, but sorry to break it to you, lad, but Manchester United are offering RB Leipzig the opportunity to include a player in a deal for Benjamin Sesko. Rasmus Hojlund is a dream target for RB Leipzig, so potentially RB Leipzig could be signing Rasmus Hojlund, and they probably pay about 40 million, and we'd pay. I assume we might bump up our price by an extra 5-10 million just to get Rasmus out the door, because then we'd get 40 million coming back for Rasmus, which would help us as well. Plus, then Rasmus is on about 80k a week any wages or something like that. So then I mean that's not really that much. I mean, it's like that's like 3-4 million a year or something like that. I assume Sesko's on about 120.
What would you rate it then, bro? If Sesko,
I said I was going to give it a 5 earlier.
Okay.
People in the chat were giving it 6.5. But if Rasmus goes and we get 40 million for Rasmus and we sign Sesko for 70 million euros, or let's say 80 million euros, it's about 70 million pounds. I'd give it a 7.5 just because of the fact we're getting rid of Rasmus for 40 million, which will benefit us in signing other players, as well as the fact that it's finally we got rid of him. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And for 40 million as well, if we got rid of that. I think every big team has signed the wrong striker. I think we need an Ekitike. Arsenal needed a Sesko. No, I think your craze is fine for Arsenal, to be honest with you. But I do agree that someone like Ekitike would have been good for us. A guy who can do the link-up stuff.
You know who's my one of my first choice. You know, Ekitike.
Yeah, a lot of people I know like him.
Very.
I've seen nothing.
You ain't seen nothing first. No, I just feel like his all-round game is very good. In terms of his link-up, he reminds me in terms of the profile. I'm not saying he's as good as him and he will ever be as good as him. Just the way he plays and his dribbling style and the fact that he loves to come off the left.
Henry. You're gonna say Henry, innit?
Oh, Isaac. I was only gonna say Henry.
Oh,
no way.
Yeah, but Isac's similar to Henry, though, no? He's similar to Henry.
Yeah, I guess.
They're all similar to Martial as well. You know what I'm saying? They're all there. So like Martial was like the king of the ilk, and then there's Henry, then there's Isak. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, if we had Martial in this team, bro, cookings. I'm telling you. But yeah, Martial's my guy. But no, I hear it. I wouldn't say Henry just because Henry's Henry, innit? Like, but yeah, I hear what King's saying in terms of players, teams have got the wrong striker, but I'm with you with Arsenal. I feel like Arsenal's foundation is so great in terms of their midfield and their defense. All they needed is a bad team. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
and they've got.
I think your crazy is going to bag goals to that club.
Yeah, I think so as well. I'm worried for the first game. If I'm honest with you, I don't want to see a celebration at OT, man. I've been getting so much banter from these Arsenal fans in the group chat. I ain't trying to see that, bro. I'm gonna be so real with you.
Even if they beat us, I mean, they beat us 3. Since I've been born, they won 4 times at Old Trafford, and one of them was in the FA Cup. So I'm not worried about it at all. Like, even if they beat us, cool, they beat us in a one-off game. Good luck to them. I reckon we'll probably draw that game.
Yeah, I reckon we.
Yeah, listen. What it is. What do you reckon the score's gonna be tonight, by the way? Because we play. Tonight.
Are you doing a watch along for that or a reaction?
No, it's 2:30 in the morning now. I'm not doing that. I might have to watch a bit of it, but 2:30 in the morning, fuck that.
hear it. I'm gonna watch it still. I ain't got work tomorrow, so I'm gonna do a reaction to that as well. If you get interested, but yeah, I reckon I don't know. Do you know what? For me, again, I don't care about. I don't really care about the result. I just want to see again. Do we press? Is our press still what it was after the first game? The second game, I think it was the second game. Yeah. Is our pattern of play is improved? Is our defense midfield? Is it more structured? Is our defense higher up? Are we playing with a back five or are we playing with a 3 and a 4? So those key details I'll be looking at rather than result. I want to see where Bruno lines up again. Does he go with Kobe in the midfield? Because right now I think against Arsenal, he's gonna play Bruno and Cunha and Mbeumo as strikers. Yeah.
Oh no, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind Sesko being a bench player. I wouldn't mind that. I reckon he'd be good off the bench. Same with Watkins. Watkins was good off the bench when he come off last season. Maybe he was scoring goals for him when he's come off the bench.
Yeah, no, do you know what it is? I'm not saying that will be the predominant lineup. I just think in certain games where we need an extra midfielder in because it frees up Bruno from the eight role. I think playing Mbeumo and Cunha split strikers bodes well because did you see the interview of Mbeumo's as well with Rio?
No, I heard that he said that Arsenal, Newcastle, Spurs, and I want to say Chelsea might have been. They all came in for him, but he said he only wanted to come Man United. I saw some quotes, but I didn't watch it. No.
Okay, so yeah, basically what I'm saying is I don't really care about all the rejection stuff. Is what it is, but what interesting was he didn't describe himself as a winger. He wasn't calling himself a winger.
He's an inside forward.
Yeah, he said I'm accustomed to playing on the wing. Obviously the right 10 spots, but I can also play as a number 9. He described himself as a striker forward. Do you get what I mean? So like a Salah type, supposed to an out and out winger, and that bodes well for me because that's exactly what we need. If we got Bruno behind them two as split strikers, and then we get to play Kobe and Ugarte, just because Arsenal's midfield, I feel we have to go in with a bit more assured. I don't feel like we can just go toe to toe with them. Do you get what I'm saying? Their midfield's better than us. So I take the Bruno behind the split strikers, man. I think that's pretty decent, bro.
Dorgu, Ahmad, and Boemu will fit well with Sesko, Cunha is quite creative, isn't he? But Cunha's not like a final ball creative. He's a dribbler creator, and Hoofball might work now.
Cunha. Read that out, my bro. Sorry.
Banter aside, I think United can end up back in the top 6. That's if Amorim beats the fraudulent charges. I think we can as well, bro. I think we can. I think we just need a midfielder and a goalkeeper, and I feel like we've got a top 6 worthy squad. Especially if, obviously, if we sign Watkins, it would also weaken a top 6 rival, wouldn't it? Well, yeah, top 6 rival. They've got 4th and 6th last 2 seasons, so Villa are definitely going to be up there. And if we got Martinez, it also weaken them. 23 people inside, by the way. Let's get to 20 likes. We're on 16 likes. 4 more people hit the like button. Hit the sub button as well if you haven't already. Make sure you shut the shells as well. His at's in the title, so make sure you hit subscribe to him. But yeah, what was you going to say, bro?
I can't remember if I'm honest with you. Where was I at, bro? Sorry, man.
I don't know. You was about to say something. It was about Cunha, I think.
Oh yeah, Cunha. He did pretty well with Strand Larsen, innit? I think Strand Larsen link up play is better than Sesko's, I think, because from what I've watched, I don't know. You guys might be able to tell me. You guys probably watch Sesko.
Link up player in that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I think Cunha did pretty well with him. So I think we're underestimating the ability of Cunha and Mbeumo to create. I think Mbeumo had the highest expected assists. Do you know what I'm saying? He can find the pass and a cross also. So I'm not too fussed about we ain't got creators in that. We've got the best creator in the league as well with Bruno. Whether you guys like him or not, you know what I mean?
Numbers wise, he's the best creator in the league, yeah. Yeah, I mean you can't argue with facts.
There you go.
You can argue, you can dislike how he gets it.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't argue with that, the fact that he does create chances, isn't it? Shells to this guy, touch. All black strikers are the same. Tell him to go through the comparisons, spot the difference. I have this and is this true? I don't know. I mean, Isak, Henry, Martial, all of similar mold, but then you could look at like Samu, that guy who plays for Porto. Is he the same as them? No. So I wouldn't say that. I know Kaz has got the thing about black goalkeepers.
I see. Bro. I didn't
And
want
to
to
be
get
fair, everyone in my chat once said that when I was talking about it, and they said like they've never actually. I don't think they could name a good one.
looking at Mignon, and then outside of that, you're cooked, innit?
Yeah, even Maignan, he's mad injury prone, isn't he? But yeah, Maignan's decent. But he's staying at AC Milan now. I don't know if we win, but I heard that you get 5-10 mil for winning the summer series.
Load it.
We do win. Yeah, we do. Yeah, listen, maybe you do. I mean, on FIFA, you get like 8 million for winning the pre-season tournament, so it might be true. I don't know. Hopefully, we do get that 5 or 10 million. Every little helps. Didn't we get like 8 million for playing in Hong Kong?
Was it 5 or no?
I think it was like 8 million. I think they said they'd give us.
We can take what we have, bro. Whether it's 5, 8, 3, we'll take any readies. Run that to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Listen, and then we get that 40 million for Rasmus. If Sancho finally goes, what was interesting, I thought. Did you see the report about how the clubs feel like players are trying to telling clubs that they're going to sign for to wait to the end of the windows to see if we get desperate. If that's the case, as I say, we should just say, look, there's going to be a deadline. If you are not gone by this time, yeah, we're not going to sell you at all. We're not lowering our price. We just won't sell you. And you can go a whole year without football. We'll pay your wages. Luckily, Rashford's ended up going to Barca. He really wanted that move. He got the loan move. Hopefully, Anthony, the Saudi rumours, I don't think they're true. I stand that. At the time, I was saying in the group chat and in my video, I said, like, or stream show, I said, like, I don't think it's true. That Santi guy talks nonsense. But hopefully something comes to light about Anthony. And Sancho is a weird one because Juventus and Man United apparently lowered their asking price to 20 million now because obviously we've got 5 mil from Chelsea. I don't know. Listen, it's all a bit mad with the sales, but yeah, listen, hopefully we get some sales over the line if we can. Listen, I just wanted to see Sancho gone and Anthony gone purely because of their wages as well. Sancho's on 15 mil a year, I think, 350 bags a week or 300 bags a week. I think that's his wage, isn't it?
I think it's like 300 now or something.
Yeah, that's the same reason they want Casemiro gone. But at least if Casemiro, he's going to play a bit. I mean, I would personally like Casemiro to go because I don't free up space.
Him, bro. It's just like I know he's done this thing in Europe and stuff, but guys, watch him in the Prem, bro. This is where all we're playing Prem football. And I just feel like you can, with the wages he's on, we could just get another player in there. If you get rid of him, that's a loan of obligation, Douglas Luiz. You get me? Quick swap.
Yeah, but no one wants to pay his wages. Not even Saudi wants to pay his wages, bro. Listen, Casemiro, a legend of the game. I would thank him. You know, I mean, he was pivotal in that League Cup win, bringing our first trophy in 5 years. But yeah, I mean, I can't lie. I want him gone. But his contract runs out next season, so it's not as if, you know what I mean.
He's got one more year.
Runs out this. Yeah, this year, 1 more year. He's got 1 more year.
Sure.
He's got 1 more year. Casemiro only signed a 3-year deal. No, 4-year deal. 3-year deal with one. No, it was on a 3-year deal with 1 year extension or 4-year deal. He only signed that, I'm pretty sure. By the way, wanted to add Martial, which you need.
You're right.
Yeah, it runs out. Yeah. Maybe it's 4 years plus 1. I don't know. But by the way, wanted to add Martial was unique. I haven't seen a player like him since the closest to Henry. Yeah, Martial was a sick footballer, but injuries ruined him. I like Sesko, Carlos, Baleba. Yeah, this guy, I would butcher his name, but don't know his name. You know the Danish midfielder that plays for Sporting?
From Sporting?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't want him, brother. I don't want a Denmark midfielder playing for Man United. I mean, to be fair, Eriksen was good, but I don't think Eriksen would be able to play in the 2-man midfield at the moment. I know he plays in a 2-man midfield at Sporting, but in the Premier League, it's a different ball game. I want a physical midfielder. I want an all-action midfielder. What you said about Donnarumma?
I'll take him. Are you mad?
I'd take him, but I wouldn't take him I wouldn't take him because I know for a fact he wants ridiculous wages.
Yeah, that's why they want to entertain the conversation of Donnarumma, because I just don't think he's coming for that reason, for the wages reason. I'll just take the Lemons brother, you know. How you even say his name?
Or Martinez.
I don't think Martinez comes, you know, because apparently when we offered a loan, I think, and they wanted money or something along those lines. I just don't see us going.
Imagine if we sell Rasmus, that could change our lives.
True.
Could change our lives. So I would personally want Martinez, but if PSG are not, if you've just won PSG the Champions League and they're not willing to offer you what you want in wages, then clearly he's wanting too much. Clearly he wants Saudi level weight. Even though he wants about 250, 300 bags a week, I wouldn't pay that. I personally would pay him max 150. He's a goalkeeper. I understand goalkeepers are obviously a pivotal part of a team, but no goalkeeper is worth 200, 300 bags a week. And then plus the 40, 50 million PSG will want in a transfer fee for him.
Yeah, facts. I don't want Martinez though. I can't lie. I don't want him. I really don't.
Why not?
I feel like he's been on decline since the World Cup, man. If you watched him last season for Aston Villa as well, he cost them a lot of games.
He cost them in the semi-final. I'll give him that. But
and even in the running,
and in the PSG game, but he's still one of the best goalkeepers in the league.
I don't know, man. I just feel like you get the Lemons brother, whatever his name is, 17 million, and then go prioritize a midfield. Get me a bad boy midfielder. Get Martinez, bro. Get me a bad boy midfielder. I mean, let me ask you a question though, yeah. You know, on the point of you saying that about the deadline and us not being held for ransom in terms of the fees.
Yeah.
Is there any player that in the bomb squad that you'd bring back or reintegrate?
No.
Hear me out. If they don't get sold.
No, none of them. Who are we going to bring back? Who's in the bomb squad? Garnacho? No. Sancho? No. Rashford? No. Malacia? I mean, no, because he wouldn't get any minutes. And Anthony?
No. So you wouldn't take Garnacho off the bench 20 minutes?
No.
Because bro, he was, you know what's crazy about Garnacho?
If he stays, I'd put him in the under-21 squad and say, get into the World Cup squad now.
I hear it. But you know, Garnacho, when he was a super sub, he was a good player, right? He was doing his thing for United.
Yeah, he was decent super sub.
Yeah, until we fast-tracked him into making him a star every single week, giving him the Viva Garnacho thing, and we've gassed him into thinking he's Ronaldo. When he was hungry, he was coming off the bench and he was giving us 20 minutes, bro, against tired legs.
But the ego was always in him. You could tell the ego was always in him. He always had an ego in him. You're just waiting for it to be unleashed.
I hear it, but we fed into that ego. Do you get what I'm saying? We fed into that monster. When he was a sub and he was a bench player and he was giving us 20 minutes, he was giving us a fast outlet off the bench. He was doing his thing then. It's only when we fast-tracked him. So, bro, I don't want Garnacho in the team. Don't get me wrong. I want him gone. But Chelsea are saying about 30 million. We're not selling Garnacho for 30 million.
Yeah,
there's
no
just
chance.
no way. We're not getting our pants pulled down where when you look at the window, there's other people going for 40.
See, the thing is, we are in a group chat in Man United therapy, right?
Yeah.
And you've got guys in that group chat. I've already said, I've openly said it before in the group chat that I feel like they think more emotionally rather than logically, and they just moan for the sake of moaning, right? If we sold Garnacho for 30 million, because they've been moaning about the sales, we've not. So if we sold Garnacho for 30 million, yes or no, do you think they would still moan about the fact we sold him for 30 million, or do you think they would go, at least we sold a player? They'd moan it. They'd moan about the price.
I think it'll be a balance, innit? Obviously, there's some people that just want him out, and then there's other people in there that obviously just like, no, we can't get ripped off. We can't get ripped off. But I get it. I just think for 30 million, I think United need to at least get 40 million for Garnacho, considering the market and considering what Garnacho has achieved. Whether we think he's dead or not, he's achieved a lot more than other people that are going for higher than him. So 40 million is a fair price, but I'll take 40 million. But if we're getting 30, then I'll just make him hold that and just either rot in the under 21s or come off the bench.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but I always say in that group chat, bro, they always wind me up something because some people just moan for the sake of moaning, and I just think they think so illogically, and then like you can't dislike Ineos and then gas up other ownerships that do bad as well. Newcastle's owners, everyone gasses them up because they're Saudi. Yet, what are they doing this summer? The last 2 summers, in fact, last 3 summers, because they only signed Tonali one summer, then the next summer they signed no one. And then the summer after that, this summer, it's been an absolute stinky summer. But everyone gasses them up. And the Chelsea owners, now people are trying to pretend that Chelsea are way ahead of us. Chelsea's owners are like 3 or 4 years at Chelsea. They took Chelsea to 12th, from 3rd to 12th in their first full season. You know what I'm saying? But Ineos don't get that 1 year or 2 year sort of luxury to sit there and evaluate what's going on in the football club.
Do you know what it is, though? I hear it. People, obviously, naturally, you're going to look at what others are doing, innit? Because it's just like, I want what they have. But I think the criticism of Ineos is valid. You know what I'm saying? Based on what's gone on so far. We have to keep it about. I feel like you're a bit more of the positive, definitely the more positive United fans I know.
Yeah, about Ineos, yeah.
Yeah, and that's okay. You're entitled to your opinion, innit? But also you got to take on the opinions of others. Like if it's within reason, then you got to hear it. Do you get what I'm saying? But I understand at times with United, just like you can't win. Do you get what I mean? You're just
You can't win
people gonna
because there's too many fans. There's too many fans as well. There's too many fans, so you get what I'm saying. You always get a split of opinions. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I think people are set on is they want the Glazers out. That's the only opinion you'll find. Every Man United would say they want to get rid of the Glazers, but everyone, even Ineos calls a split, players calls a split, managers calls a split. But I just think, in that group chat, every day almost, you just see people, I feel like people moan for no reason, but they don't think logically. When they moan about the sales, and then they would moan if we sold players for cheap. With the Sancho one, he wanted us to pay him, was it 5 million or something, compensation fee. Yeah. Why would we, if we paid that, it would have looked like idiots and people would have laughed at us anyways. So it doesn't make sense. But yeah, let's read some of these comments. Manchester United made an inquiry to sign Donnarumma earlier this summer. Yeah, I do know that. I thought it was bollocks. I thought he was staying at PSG. PSG are now braced for United to renew their interest once they compete. I dare say that guy's name, but the guy from Lille, innit? The goalkeeper. They signed him, but here we go. Donnarumma is being offered more money at Milan to go back home, and PSG won't match those wages. That's crazy. Why would they offer him that much money, though? They've already got Maignan as well. Bring Sesko and keep Hojlund for backup substitute and Xerxes for swap, please. No, I wouldn't say keep Hojlund, bro. No. Trust me, not. No.
Guys, you know about Xerxes can't be a pure striker. That's no one's saying he needs to be a pure striker. You don't have to be a pure striker when you got Cunha and Burma. That's the difference, guys. So yeah, we don't have to keep Hojlund. Honestly, forget the Hojlund thing. The Hojlund's brother's got to go.
Yeah, doesn't have the physicality. I disagree. I think he's quite physical. And intensity needed in the Prem. We already have enough 10s. Did we? If Mbeumo gets injured, who we got? Ahmad. Right, cool. If Cunha gets injured, who we got? Xerxes. That's it. Mason. No one rates Mason Mount, so don't want to put Mount there.
Mason Mount's cooked, man. Did you? Mason Mount is cooked. You see as well. I'm not even one of them players that are so like one of them people that just agenda with him as well. It's just like I watched him. I'm watching him even in pre-season. Like Mount had a bit of a burst to him. Like he had a bit of acceleration. Not saying he was a quick player, but he could get up and down the pitch. He can't even do that no more. Do you know what I mean? I feel like injuries have really took his toll on him, and it's unfortunate, innit? We just have to hold it. We spent 60 million, bro.
Yeah, on a guy with 1 year left in his deal, and gave him 250 bags a week.
Hey, wait, touchdown, they're on to you. Man, say they call you touch girl.
Who said that?
Look at Wesley.
You have to understand, touchdown as a top red disguises are critical. Here we call him touch girl. They don't call me touch girl, but I don't know what that means. But I do know what that means actually. But touchdown is a top red. I'm not top red. You're a top gooner, mate. I'm not top red. I'm just. I understand that the cards we've been dealt with, and yeah, I just understand the situation the football club is in. It's not about being a top red. But I just know that I can't sit here and moan about sales. Obviously, I'd love us to get more sales, and I thought we were going to do a bit more transfer activity in the window. I thought we could potentially get 5 players in. I think we're now looking more about 4 players in because I think long term we're going to try to sign a specialist midfielder maybe next summer, depending on sales. But I also can't forget that I used to say I would sell Garnacho for 10 packets of Quavers. So if I would say that, how do I expect someone else to pay 60 million for him when I think he's awful? Yeah, how would I expect someone to pay? I never thought we'd get money for Rasmus. I never thought Rasmus would leave. So if we end up getting Rasmus, that's a great deal. Sancho, I thought Chelsea were going to buy him. I know other clubs have come in for him, but we have to remember he's on 350 bags a week, which is not Ineos' fault. They didn't give him their contract, and that is one of the dumbest contracts ever. And everyone, you probably see it before, but Mason Mount, everyone always says, oh, what we're selling this player, but we're not going to be able to sell Mason Mount, or we're not going to. Why can't we sell Luke Shaw yet, mate? Because they're on so much wages and they never fit. So how can we sell them? What are we selling to you? If I offer you a piece of meat, but it's out of date, yeah, it's rotten, it's had flies all over, and it's half chewed, you're not going to buy it, are you? It's the same with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is done for, his body's done for, and he's on high wages. Same with Mason Mount. Who's going to buy them? Go on, what should you say?
Yeah, no. Basically, I was just gonna say, just because you don't rate them or we don't rate them as United fans, still other clubs will rate them, and that's the thing that we got to stop doing as United fans so much. I feel like we undervalue our players, but we either gas them up so high or we just undervalue them. Do you get what I mean? It's like there's no in between of us. So
no in between. Yeah,
regardless of whether we don't rate Garnacho or not, based on the market and based on what he's achieved at his young age, he's worth at least £40 million. It's just that simple. And any other figure than that,
they want 60 though, don't they?
Yeah, they want 60, but bro, I think 40 to 40 million is a good price for him. If I'm honest,
if you said to me 40 to 45 plus 15 million add-ons, I'd take it.
So you won't sell Garnacho for 40 million based on what you've just said?
No, I would, but no, I don't think we should, because I think we can get more.
Okay. So but all right. So if you say we can get more, yeah, we keep him out for another season and he doesn't play, his value is only going to go lower. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but because of his age, I feel like his value, unless his contract, he's just signed a new deal like last year, innit? So he's got like a 5-6 year deal, innit? So I don't think I don't think it would get affected that much if he stayed another year. I don't think it would. But Amarin actually said, though, didn't he, about when you asked the question earlier, Amarin actually said that he will integrate them back into the team if they stay. Like, we're not desperate to send them.
Yeah, and I don't mind that if he changes his attitude and he's coming on a place where he's coming off the bench. I don't mind Garnacho off the bench for 20 minutes. I really don't. I saw it before and it can work. It's what for my problem with Garnacho was the fact that he was starting week and week out, stinking it up, and he was on the end of everything because he was our only outlet. So it made me hate him even more. Do you know what I mean? Hate's a strong word. I don't hate him. Sorry, but I
do hate him. No, I do hate him. I can't stand him. I can't stand his brother as well, little weasel.
Yeah, his brother's a joke, man. He's always on Twitter, doing up Twitter things.
Yeah, his brother's not on Twitter anymore, but he used to be on Twitter slagging off Sancho, slagged off Martial as well. The audacity. Martial's got more ability in his left toe now than Garnacho has in his life, like his entire life for anything. But yeah, honestly, yeah, I can't stand him. I think he's just arrogant, though. I can't stand his arrogance. When he done that thing with the glasses as well, you know, when Yamal started wearing glasses and he copied Yamal wearing the glasses, I thought that was so cringe. I thought it was so cringe.
Yeah, I hear it, but you know what, man? These kids are young, innit? They just is what it is. I just think Garnacho, like, again, I feel like we fed into the ego. He gassed himself too much. He's got people around him that are just feeding him the wrong information. Do you get what I mean? And it shows. When you're young like that, you need someone to just take you to the side and be like, yo, like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? Get back to what you know, get back to the basics. And we just didn't see that with Garnacho. I think the final, like you said, was when he didn't get into the Champions League, not Champions League, not UCL, Europa League final. He wasn't in the team. And then obviously he had a crazy crash out. And then Amarin said, brother, it is what it is. So yeah, man, give me 40 million for Garnacho. Give me 40 million, and then I'm happy.
That's 120 in it over 3 years because of FFP.
There you go. We'll take that, man. We'll take that.
Yeah, we'll take that. Man's trying to get backstage passes to rap with his hero. Tito, why would need Rasmus? I think Cheeto's I need to see more of him, but I don't think Cheeto's good. I think Heaven's good, but Cheeto, no. From what I've seen of him, anyways.
Lazy, innit?
Would you say? You think he's a bit lazy?
Yeah,
I don't know. From what I've seen of him, I don't think he's that great of a footballer.
Yeah, I think he's a bit lazy. His touch is a bit off, and I think he doesn't get involved enough in the game. But he's young, innit?
Yeah, he's still young, innit? He's only like 17 or 18, so you can. I'm not saying he can't develop into a good player, but what I've seen so far, I've not been impressed. Whereas Heaven, I have been impressed.
Yeah, facts.
Amarin is way too reactionary. He banishes and speaks against players too fast. Same mistakes he did last season. Do you reckon this is true?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I do agree with you, Wesley. I think when I was saying on Saeed's channel and Kaz's channel as well, I was saying that when you're in the media and you're just talking too much on your own players, it doesn't bode well for me because you just decrease their value or they become a less sellable asset. I just think United, especially this season, we need to nip this in the bud. I don't want to see every single week that there's a bust up in training or there's a back and forth between the manager. Like, I'm not here for the drama this season. So I think Amarin needs to do better in terms of that. Even like the way he spoke on Rashford and whatever and stuff. Whether you don't like Rashford or not, it just don't bode well for me.
Do you believe the story that was in the group chat about the loons?
No, I'm not gonna. I don't believe the story yet until I see some concrete evidence in it. But I do know Rashford for sure was out drinking and whatever and blah blah blah. But listen,
so do you not think that there was a good chance that he done loons?
Good chance that he done. I wasn't there. I can't speak on a brother's name like that. Anyone's name until.
See, I wouldn't believe it, but because it got took down like that. It sort of screams a bit like, I know people can go, oh, but would you like room? If someone said to me, you do balloons, you were doing balloons. I know I'm not a professional footballer, right? I know that, so it's different. But I would just laugh because I know I don't do balloons. You know, I wouldn't care about it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? You got to understand, Touchline, yeah? It's not just the balloons thing. Even when England flipping women won the they just won the.
That was crazy.
They related it back to Rashford. So you got to understand, it's not Rashford is going through a thing where he's just being targeted. And it's like you get to a point where if someone keeps lying on your name, you're gonna want it to say something. You're gonna close it down. Do you get what I mean? So that's one thing I will say. As bad as Rashford has been over the last 2 years, what he's dealt with it in terms of what the media has done with him, yeah, is a joke. I can't lie. It's an absolute joke.
Yeah, I do kind of hear that. Yeah, I'm saying they do target him a bit. But then again, it is cool, sort of as well him that he also used a lot of the media sometimes for his PR. So, and then they just on the flip side now they hate him, but he used to use when like we used to get things about players being lazy in training, and then it would come out in the media the next day. Rashford's always on time. He's always brilliant in training and stuff like that. You don't sort of putting, like it's not bigging himself up, sort of belittling his teammates, because as a group now you've wiped Rashford's name out of that, so now they're going to speculate, it's not Rashford, it has to be him, it has to be this guy, it has to be that guy. You get what I'm saying? And after when he started releasing all the books and all that stuff, that's why I wanted rid of him, because when he started releasing books after we lost finals next day, and all that stuff. Yeah, I've always thought he was a PR guy. So
what it is though with football fans is like, do you know what? Our family members or whatever, or friends will do us wrong or make mistakes on a daily basis to us, yeah? And we forgive them. With footballers, you got to remember, these guys are humans as well. We hold these men to such accountability because I get it, you're a professional, you have to act thing, but it's like, bro, at times, if you're being villainized, you're going to act out of character. You're going to do certain things, so I hear it. But I'm not saying Rashford should have stayed here. I just don't agree with how the media treated him. And I just don't agree with how the media can scapegoat a person, regardless of you're a footballer or not, you're earning big money. Bruv, it's going to affect you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's every day.
Yeah, bro, these players are not saying shit how much crap these players do behind the scenes. I do agree a lot of players do some madness behind the scenes. Carl Walker being one of them.
Yeah, of course. But this is what they're just footballers at the end of the day. They don't, just because they're professionals, we don't have to.
The Transformers.
You know, like, bro, them man got a life as well. Imagine you had all this money in the world. You're gonna be doing certain things.
Oh, bro, I've been loving it. Do you get what I'm saying? But
it's like,
no, but the reason why he has, like, people pay him such a wage. Therefore, if you're going to skip training because you're drinking, then that has to be spoken about.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not excusing that behavior. I'm not excusing it. Trust me. I'm just saying there's certain things that when you're going through a hard time in life, I work with, like, I'm a well-being coach basically, but you can fall into traps of doing drugs or alcohol or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Rashford is
like people around him, innit? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like at Barcelona, you might be a bit less. I know Barcelona's a good night out, but the players there, other than Yamal, no one else I've seen partying and stuff like that. Like, from what I've seen, you know what I'm saying? They might just all be focused on football, and that might help him. That same with Sancho, when Sancho went to Dortmund, when Sancho was at Dortmund, there was just no distractions. It was just pure football. Sort of helped him. You know what I'm saying? So you could be right, yeah.
What basically my point is Rashford is in the wrong for the stuff he's done at United. Don't get me wrong, but it's like if you got this Rashford energy, please keep the same energy for Grealish. Please keep the same energy for Walker. Like keep the same energy.
Grealish is.
Do you get what I'm saying? Just don't have it on one player. Rashford should have gone. Don't get me wrong. He's done wrong at United for the last year. He hasn't been good enough, but I just don't agree with the way the media treated him. That's all.
Yeah, Grealish is. I don't even know what's going on with him, bro. There's just no talk about him. His future, obviously. I know he's barely played like last 2 years since that treble season. Yeah, exactly. Jack Grealish is a pisshead. That's why he's a pisshead, isn't it? So he started. Eventually, that will start to take toll on your body. It starts to make your bones weaker. You start getting more injuries. You start getting slower. And that's why he's always injured all the time. He's been suspended by City at times as well. Through, probably, I assume, turn up late to training or turn up drunk to training or whatever. So, yeah, I agree with Grealish. But, yeah. We didn't even bid for Sesko, just like we didn't bid for Cunha and Mbeumo. Keep lying. Listen, Newcastle for life, bro. I will go back and I will find the comments on my streams. We're getting Sesko and you're going to get no one. Yesterday, I swear it was yesterday, you said we can't afford him. You said we're not going to get him because we can't afford him. Yeah, so if we get... Listen, hold that, bro. You just have to keep crying for me. Here's an empty bottle. Fill this up with your tears, mate. Yeah, cry more, mate. Cry more.
You can't say we didn't even bid for Sesko because it's been blatant by even English media and media in general that you bid in for him. It doesn't matter if you bid or not. He's given priority to what happened to We Are United. We Are United after every time you beat us, after you put a selfie.
Oh yeah, exactly. I don't think we're starting them, man. Honestly,
every player you've wanted from the front three, Cunha, you wanted him in January. Wherever you didn't want him, you wanted him at one point. You wanted him Mbeumo this summer. You want Sesko now.
Just because you didn't put a bid in, don't mean you didn't want the player.
Facts.
It's been known these last couple of days you've been talking to RB Leipzig and Sesko, and then Man United swept in later, by the way. We slept in later. We slept in about 2 days late after you swept in. And I said that if Sesko goes to Newcastle, he'll wait a bit just to see if he can get a bigger club. 2 days later, Man United are in for him. Do you get what I'm saying? And now, look, he's already looking like from what the suggestion from, not suggestion, but what Craig Hope said. He said that the feeling in Newcastle United is that he will go to Man United. Just accept you're not a big club and you're a small club. Cry more, mate. Cry more for me. Yeah, scroll down some of these. Apparently Foden was doing the orgies with Walker. I don't know if that's true or not. But I know Walker was doing some mad stuff. Walker was doing wife swaps, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? He's got like 4 different families. Crazy. Rashford too lazy on the pitch. I agree. That is one. You see him running yesterday the other day for a Barcelona. There's a clip of him just sprinting back. Didn't do that in his whole time at Man United. Well, not whole time at Man United, the whole last year or two at Man United, so I say.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Magnifico. I really don't. I wasn't backing up Rashford. I was just saying the way the media treat him. He deserves to be out of United, 100%. I just don't like the way he's targeted in media when there's other players doing much worse and they don't say, you know what I mean?
You don't care for the badge as much as he says. I agree. Newcastle. Yeah, they also wanted James Trafford and then City. Yeah, I saw a theory that apparently some Barnsley fans said that he reckons every Big Six club has had a secret meeting to fuck up Newcastle's summer. So you've got Liverpool trying to buy. Liverpool bought Ekitike. Now they're trying to buy Isak. City bought Trafford. Man United bought Cunha and Mbeumo, potentially Sesko. Chelsea bought Delap and João Pedro, who they wanted. And just keep fucking up their summer just so they don't, because they're worried, they're scared of Newcastle. What do you reckon of that?
I don't think anyone's scared of Newcastle, but what we can do is give them credit for what they've done so far. But it looks like now, as big as this is the craziest thing, you've done so well over the last couple of years. You win, you end your trophy drought. You got Isak, everything. The world's beautiful for you, man. Now, reality's kicked in. Do you get what I'm saying? Reality's kicked in. We Are United is no longer a thing. This is your level, my guys.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That We Are United stuff. Oh, we're the real United. Yeah, all right, mate.
Hold that.
Man United have never had to say we're the real United because we know we are. We don't have to say what's that saying about a king's not a king if you have to keep reminding everyone that he's a king. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to remind everyone we're United because everyone knows if you say I support United, they don't think I support Newcastle. They think I support Manchester United. But yeah, man, listen, just a small...
Your own captain in an interview even said it. Trippier, he even said it, bro. Do you know what I mean?
What did he say?
Said refer to us as United. That's all I've got to say.
That's mental. That's about Mbappe, by the way. That's about Mbappe, by the way. That's crazy.
I'm not involved. I'm not involved.
I'm not involved in that. That's mental. I don't hate Newcastle, but yeah, I don't hate them. I don't care enough to hate them. But the way that they try and force a rivalry with Man United is cringe. Because it's like, bro, I've got about 6 different rivals that I prefer, or that I hate more than you. In fact, I put them on the same level as like Brentford and stuff like that, teams like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't really have much dislike. Who's live, people? We'll wrap up. We'll redirect to Zir. Fuck it, we'll redirect to Zir. What you got coming up on your channel, bro?
I'm literally gonna do a video now on Sesko. I know I've been talking about it on here with you. But
Yeah, I'm gonna do one later on as well. Yeah.
And I'm going to do a match reaction to the Bournemouth game because I'm going to be up because I'm got no work tomorrow, so I'm jobless tomorrow. So why not?
Yeah. What's your score prediction?
2-1 United. What about yourself?
2-2. I think we'll draw. It's Bournemouth, innit? Yeah, Bournemouth. Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to see how we play in it. That's it. I don't care about the result, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. Make sure you hit the sub button, people, if you haven't already, and make sure you subscribe to Shells. 26 likes. Big up to everyone that's liked, commented, and subscribed on this stream. And yeah, make sure you go subscribe to Shells. Get him to 500 subs, people. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap up now. Where will Mason Mount be positioned in all your team? I think he'd be positioned on the bench, bro. Prediction for Arsenal by Shells. We
are not losing this game. Remember, I said this. I'm saying it live. We are not losing this game. I don't know if we're going to win, but Arsenal are not beating us at Old Trafford. So
well, Wesley's done a bet that if they don't win, he has to put a £10 super chat in.
All right, remember. So Wesley, remember that, yeah? I want Touchline to get his tenner. When is it?
Exactly.
August the 17th.
Yeah.
August the 17th. In fact, yeah, August the 17th. I want him to get his tenner because we're not losing this game.
Where will Mason Mount position all your team? Maybe on the bench, bro. Also, Bournemouth hatchet by Semenyo. Yeah, we'll see about that one. Anyways, we're gonna rate Zir. Make sure you subscribe to Shells. Make sure you subscribe to me. Get me to 1,200 because I am 24 subs off 1,200. So make sure you get subbing if you haven't already. I'll make a tenner on Shells' channel too. So he's got 20 quid on them.
Big up Wesley, man. Big up.
20 quid as well. So
make sure you subscribe to my. I don't think you have already, but you're good. You're good people. So I'm trying to start lives now as well. So you probably see Touchland there as well. So yeah, man.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. His channel is in the title. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up now. Peace. Big up for Shells coming on.